Bank of America and Wells Fargo are closing branches and laying people off. This shouldn't be news to a lot of people, yet it is current news that I'm going to share with you. Two stories. What you're witnessing is a massive change, what I call the ripple effect. No joke, the XRP ripple effect. You see banks, and the first story might not seem like a lot, but I want you to understand, and it says it right here, right in the first line. Banks continue to tweak their retail strategies. They're tweaking those strategies because they are having a hard time making money. Bank of America, Citibank, Wells Fargo, and there was one other bank, went before Congress around this time last year, telling them that they could no longer compete with the world banks because they were being forced to pay higher insurance rates for FDIC insurance. Because, and this is what's crazy, it's true, a little known fact, our American banking system collapsed in 2023. I know that sounds crazy, but it actually did. To the point, it was so bad. It was worse than the Great Recession that the FDIC came out in July of 23 and said, we're insolvent. We have no more money. And so they demanded the banks pay higher rates of insurance to insure your money in case of a catastrophic loss. And the Federal Reserve said, the regional banks and small banks can't do it. They'll collapse. We have over 700 banks collapsing right now. And they said, well, someone's got to do it. So the Fed says, all right, we'll have the biggest banks do it. And then the bank CEOs went before Congress. But you know what's funny? If you haven't been watching channels like this or other channels, you wouldn't know because the mainstream media is not putting it out. And I guarantee you, your friends and family have no clue. Type 1 if I'm right. Your friends and family have zero clue this is going on. But it's akin to what happened when in 2005, when the mortgage system collapsed. Ben Bernanke came out and lied before the nation on CNBC and said, we've stemmed the tide, we fixed it. And by the way, I do not believe that you could see a widespread housing crisis anyway throughout the country. Very similar to what Jerome Powell said a couple of years ago when he said, oh yeah, inflation, it's not going to be around the country. It's not going to be all at one time. It'll be transitory. Well, that wasn't him being wrong. That's him lying to you. See, a lot of people don't understand that people in high powers of positions of power actually straight up lie to you. And they can cover it up because most of the time, human beings, and I remember there's a group of humans called the Forgetters in a book that was written, it was 1979, I believe. And it's entitled Barron Trump, the Last President. That's weird. A book from that long ago. Let's dive into this story, and I'm going to tie in what's going on with Ripple and XRP and showing you that when the banks are trying to save money, XRP is 100% their answer. All right. It's not a video about XRP, but it makes a lot of sense. First story. This one's Bank of America to close 3 DFW branches, plus Missouri-based bank takes space at Preston Center. It says here, banks continue to tweak their retail strategies. Again, this is just one city, okay? Filings with the Office of Comptroller of the Currency show that Bank of America is closing 3 branches in Dallas-Fort Worth, even as it invests in new branches in the region. Oh, real quick, I got to make an announcement. We have decided to close down enrollment in 48 hours for the Tax Lien Pro and the Tax Foreclosure Master. So the mid-filming discount will be gone after that because well, you're going to find out in a handful of days why we're doing it. But really, it's a move that I've got to make, a pivot, and I've got to get everyone ready for auctions in January in Arizona and a bunch of other states to start immediately making money. Okay, so 48-hour link down below. All right, so let's see here. Meanwhile, UMB Bank is consolidating teams at a new office in a tower in the Preston Center. So you see right here, UMB Bank is consolidating. Bank of America is closing branches. Now, I've got another story I want to share with you. Let's find it right here. Here we go. This is about Wells Fargo. And let me know, how many of you have seen in the last couple of years, type 2 if you've seen this, banks doing everything they can to do more with less, give less customer service, give you more pain in the butt, and just really not be worth even banking with them. I'm seeing that in so many, I have 8 different banks, and I'm seeing it across the board. Now it says here, Wells Fargo to lay off, and do me a favor, if you don't mind, hashtag what bank you're banking with and help get this video going. I'd appreciate that. Wells Fargo to lay off hundreds in Oregon. Says here, the story was originally published in Banking Drive. Okay. Wells Fargo plans to cut hundreds of employees as the lender closes 2 locations in Oregon. That doesn't make sense. Hundreds of positions for 2 locations. Come on, they don't have that many employees. According to Worker Adjustment and Retaining Notification Act notices filed Tuesday, Wells Fargo will pull out of the namesake office building of William Barnhart Center in Hillsborough and the chief operating office of the Global Operations Business Unit in Salem. The lender notified city and state officials. There are around 500 and 221 employees at the Hillsborough and Salem office. So you're going to lose 720 people right there losing their jobs. It's horrible, right? It's going to get a lot worse in 2025. I mean, you're having banks and companies around the nation are already in trouble. They're already having a ton of problems. They're not selling as much stuff. I mean, Walmart, Home Depot, all these places are getting in trouble for lying about sales, where they're just putting a sales sticker over the regular price and it's the same price. And the consumer's just not showing up. Consumer debt's exploding, right? You can see where all this is headed. Plus, you've got a president that's coming in saying, I'm cleaning house. I'm laying people off. I'm going to close parts of the government that you never even knew existed, which I'm all for. But the government is the #1 largest employer on earth. And if you don't think this is going to cause ripple effects, when these 721 people get laid off, that's 721 people that are going to have a hard time finding new work because the unemployment numbers are going up. See, the government, our current administration, loves lying. I don't know if you paid attention. It's just like when he said he wasn't going to pardon his son. I'm going to let the jury decide. And the first thing he does, pardon. And I got a feeling he's going to pardon himself. Why? Because he's doing illegal activities. You agree with that? Say yes, I agree. But that's the thing. You're going to see this. We're being lied to left and right. And the cool thing is most people that, like, let's say, watch this, they get that feeling, that sense, like, I know when I'm being lied to. And I'm not going to sit around and just sit on my butt. Unlike the 2008 Great Recession, where I wasn't ready for it. I mean, I was, but I would have wished I was ready more. There are a lot of people that weren't ready. They listened to the mainstream media. They listened to the narrative, right? They paid attention to Jimmy Kimmel rather than, maybe reading a book. And now you're going to be ready for this. And this is going to be absolutely awesome. Now, they said here, we continue to bring, this is the quote from the bank, right? We continue to bring the majority of our non-customer facing positions together in locations best suited for our customers and for our company, a Wells Fargo spokesperson said, right? Who gives a rip? He also goes on to say, this effort does not impact our commitment to serving customers and clients. Bank branches at Wells Fargo Advisors branches will continue to meet customers and clients' needs for the best service and advice. Well, who freaking cares? Yeah, that's that. The only reason they put that out is please don't cancel your account and close it because we will be ultimately screwed. Right now, we're only halfway screwed, but then we're going to be ultimately screwed. That's really what it should say. We'll be screwed. That'll be bad. That'll be real bad. That's what the press thing should say, but it doesn't. So the truth is, you've got banks that are looking at technology or signing up with, that thing I invested in a long time ago. I'm not telling you to do it. XRP. And they're going, wait a minute. So you mean this is a permissionless system that is lightning fast? We're talking like 3 seconds. It's super cheap. And we could actually fire more people and use that and make more money. Yeah, sign us up. See, that's the thing. I get to go film a video later with the Trigini about XRP. I'm pretty excited about it. Probably going to take a few days to come out because I'm putting a lot of time into it. But hey, if you want to take advantage of what's coming on, people aren't paying their taxes on their properties. So you could lend them a helping hand, but they're also going to have to lend you a boatload of interest because that's how life works. When you buy a house and later on you don't think about it and you get yourself too extended, you can't afford it, don't pay your taxes, geez, they're going to come take it. But if you want to help them out, you want to learn how to do it, you want to learn how to invest in tax liens, I'll tell you what, that combo class, links down below, it's mid-filming discount. It's done in 48 hours. And then we're actually shutting out enrollment for a little while we get everyone started and ready for January's sales. You can do it anywhere in the world. You can buy tax liens and tax deeds in America. You can sit at home and do online auctions. It's epic. And just watch money roll into your, I'm not joking. Like, it's epic, but very, very few people, like less than 1%, probably around 1% of real estate investors have ever done it before ever. And it's probably because a lot of places charge thousands and thousands of dollars. I just saw a course go for 50 grand. I'm not going to do that. So if you want, links down below. If you want the monthly coaching calls, I think all in the whole cost for a year's worth of coaching calls plus the courses, I think right now it would run about $1,150 if my memory serves me right. I think that's an incredible value. You can make that back on one deal, one lien. I hope you guys got something out of this. I'm going to start flipping liens in January, and I'm going to do the lamest move ever. I'm just going to buy a Lamborghini and prove that it cost me not one dime. I'm just going to use the profits from the liens. That's what I'm doing. That's my goal. That's my goal. Anyway, I hope you got something out of this. If you're interested in that, do me a favor, type 100 and then go check out the course. Have a nice day. The Economic Ninja is out.